All the disciples, what they did, they were with Jesus for 3 years only. Without Bible. They were with Jesus for 3 years. Without Bible. They could have a glimpse, a full dose of the Holy Spirit because they followed Jesus daily. This world is wicked. Can you imagine? In the days of old and in the days of the Acts of the Apostles, the Bible says daily in the temple. That means they went to church daily. The man who was brought at the gate of Beautiful knows that they open the gate every day for service. He was brought to the gate daily. But people don't go to church even thrice a week. Because they all seek their own. By tribe, a people hate God. By tribe, a people love God. You didn't get that statement. By tribe, Israel was called God's nation. The Samaritans were all known by one kind of attitude: negligence. Samaritans don't move with Jews. That's what is known by tribe. A fowl will not remain barren because a hawk took a child. Where it came from, it will still come forth. If you say my children have died, that's why I will not be able to give birth again, you were barren. You stole those kids. Blameless, harmless, sons of God without rebuke, in the midst of perfect nation, showing forth light. Hi. Let your light so shine before men, that men may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Let your light so shine. Somebody sent me a message and said, I saw your write-up on Facebook. How can I really do that? And what I wrote is that refuse the normal life. And that request, how can I not live a normal life? They don't ask it. When you ask, how can I not? You are not ready. Imagine your son met you, said, Daddy, I want to marry. How do they give birth? How can I impregnate my wife? You just tell him, go back and eat. How can you impregnate your wife? Are you asking me, how can I deny the normal life? That's why Jesus told that man, that young goat, said, Nicodemus, are you a teacher? You don't know these things? The gospel like that is not by your own thinking. What is okay with you, God may be angry about. And what God is okay with, you don't even know. You didn't make him, he made you. Say amen to that. Amen. He made you. No gadget knows how to operate itself, not even a robot. It needs to be placed on. The sons of God. So each time you hear that term, somebody says, I'm a son of God. You ask him, by what proof do you say this? By what proof? Master, we know. We have come to awareness. We understand the timings. We understand the levels in the world. We know no man can do the things you do except there is a thing somebody does to let you know God will work away. That person is not your mate. Master, we know that the things you do, no man can do it. That's Nicodemus. The same came to you by now and said, Master, Rabbi, we know that you're a teacher and came from God. For no man can do the miracles that you do except God be with him. Question, is God with you? Oh, when you are listening to this message again, you're alone, lying on that bed, sitting at that corner alone with your earpiece, when you're listening to this message again alone, in your room, in your car, in school after classes, or in the office, the question that will run in your mind privately, that only you know the answer: are you a son of God? If not, God doesn't build an edge because you were born. It's for sons. So, you may spend 19 years in church. If you're not working hard to becoming a son, by proof, when he will show up, God doesn't raise the standard against him because you were born. The Bible says, when he shall come in as a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall raise up the Spirit of the Lord. You should have it before a standard is raised against the devil. Privately, you ponder. Only you know the private mess you do, which disqualifies or qualifies you. You're listening to the message. The sons of God. It's not about announcement, proclamation, declaration. It's about quality. What quality do you have to differentiate you from the crowd? Are you anxious after God? You have the answer. And if you know the answer, I beg you to change early enough before you start hearing my voice at that hospital ward when there's no more opportunity. Oh, the apostle, Apostle Divine C.Okafor is a man that God is really using. And I don't know who is using you. Have you asked yourself that question? Do you know? You just know you that you can never be like the apostle. That's the issue. You can never. The only way you cannot be like me is by reverence. It's just because you want to give me respect. Not that you cannot do more than me. I mean right under me. And you already know there's an apostle. There's no need to bother. I've heard daughters say that. Thank God that has already worked the salvation for us. Hi. I don't need to suffer again to have it. It's worked out. I just need to follow you. Yes, you need to follow me. How do you follow me? How do you follow me? What I did, you are doing. That's follow. How can I be going this way? You are going that way, say you are following me. We are not on the same latitudinal position. We need to move at the same point. That young guy, all he knows is the next guy he wants to marry. And is he thinking of how to change the future? But he's trying, no? He's trying. Because the way that he's talking at it is massive. I'm not trying. He's trying. He's trying. But it's just that he doesn't do it consistently. Listen, let me tell you what God has been saving you from. The human, H-U-M-N, the human system can fail in 1 second. I heard the news, a man cried, my head, my head. That was all, he died. No opportunity to even check the head, is gone. As you're waving like this, is by mercy. All this gadget. You can have cancer internally. You can have internal bleeding. You can have internal gastric. You can have internal any fault. That formerly strong young girl, I won my daughter recently, 2 weeks ago. I said, stop this nonsense of yours and start being afraid of God. There comes a time, a sickness may come. To everybody it will come. One is sickness. The other is financial challenge. The other is marital. You understand? A certain problem that you prefer to be sick. Another is a first son who will beat you up when you are 60. Every man, I don't want to use the word I swear again, but I want to tell you, every man must have one for a test of service. If service was duly done, that one will be a testimony. in order to teach others. But it was not duly done, it becomes a punishment. And the punishment continues. The son who brought the punishment, because the father did not serve God, also will receive his when he gives birth unto the third, fourth, and fifth generation. Until there will be a man who will come and say, no, woe is unto me if I may touch. Then he changed the order. Imagine you, as you're walking now, all your lungs are moving well. If these doctors tell you what they see every day in the hospital, even medical doctors are sick now like this, with drips. Some on oxygen. Imagine as I'm moving like this. I'm moving because the organs and the systems, from the tissue, the ligament, the tendons, all of them, the bones, the marrows, are all in order. But from the heart, there may be a mistake. You hold like that. You have more 4 days. And it met you unaware. They rush you to church. Please, Daddy, don't waste time. Please, Pastor Hastings, don't waste time. Don't waste time. Then you'll be hearing the word, the sons of God. And you may hurriedly do a change this coming week. You may hurriedly do a change this coming month. But that may come to pass after 6 years that you have relented your effort back. The devil knows how to plan better. He knows, as you're hearing this message, from next week, a full decision is taken. He will back. Until you think now you have the right. Many people who fall are people who have stayed in Christ. New converts hardly fall. It's all people who fall, and you cannot convert them because they are still in church. You didn't get that. You don't follow them up, you don't convert them, but they are not born again, but they are in church. So what happened when he came to church 2012? Now it's 2018, 6 years in church. So once you see brother Matthew Mbi, he's in church, there's no opportunity to ask, how is your life? But when you don't see him in church again, you start calling to check. But more of the people who are not in church are in church. More of the people who are falling from God are in church. And there's no way to revive them, because they are still wearing supposed Christianity. So there's no way to change them. If you go to the virtuous women, ask the leader, how many were there? We were 39. And out of the 39, God opened your eyes, it's 2 who were there. So you can't change the 37 because they were present. You can't change them. You can't help them. But how will you know when the judgment of times come? The Bible calls it judgment of times. It's a wind of differentiation. Refuse to be beautiful more than the gospel. As for me and my house, we serve the Lord. Oh, that young girl. I know many young girls who died at 28. I know many young guys who died at 17. In fact, people die now more than before. Some, they don't have opportunity to be sick. As you're listening to me, you're very beautiful and handsome. You won't hear what the apostles say until you bought that car and start shouting, Jesus, 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 and you didn't die. But somehow, they have to amputate this leg forever with crutches. Imagine the guy who was once well and now is on stroke. Just imagine the difference. What makes you different from him? Are you more spiritual? No. Your own may not be stroke. It's coming another side, and it has already surfaced, but you cannot see it. You cannot foresee the evil. You are still trying to mount guard against stroke. All the rules against stroke, you are studying it. How not to achieve stroke, or how not to attain stroke, and how to manage your lungs and your system. And the devil is there working against the wife you want to marry and giving her all the dirty things to do so that she will bring forth an imbecile. You are there mounting guard against high blood and high BP. They know not, neither do they understand. He shall perfect that which concerned me. No prayer request. That which concerned me, he will perfect. Lovers of God don't think, sons of God don't think how to give offering. They don't think how to give tithe. They just want to give. They just want to assist. The apostle called for a seed. They just want to give him his 50 francs. Others will think and calculate. But when sickness comes, there's a way out. There's a way out. When I came with the message of, you are untouchable, the apple of God's eyes, even you who don't even have a venue in heaven, you're also jumping. You're the apple of which God eyes. Where do you know God? When have you had fellowship, partnership with him? Until you feel his presence. You are considering to leave the girl. You are myopic. If I leave this boy now, how will he feel? You are joking with God. I'm telling you from my heart, you are joking with God. Who's human being for you not to serve God? To hell with that person. Your dirty friendship. Before the person knows you have decided. He said, how will it be my heart now? You break my heart. Which heart? Your heart is pumping by blood, not by relationship. Choose whom to serve this day. A man showed up with sword. He was asked, are you for us of our vessel? We want to know who is who. When you plant yourself, do it fast. Jesus told Judas, that which you do it fast. Anything you want to do in earth, do it well. Don't even consider the second time. You're making the power of God of no effect. You have decided to push forward. And you are still afraid to tell your parents you want to be a pastor. I told my father boldly. I said, Papa, I'm frustrated. Because I know that's how it will end. I want to tell you something. I'm frustrated. But I've stopped lucky game. 1st January 2008. He laughed. So what did you say? I said, don't frustrate. I don't stop lucky game. You never noticed. And I stopped it by decision verbally 1st January. Since October, I was not playing again. He said, no wonder the whole of December you do not play. But you're bringing money. I said, yes, it's the money I've saved. I was just bringing it as though I'm playing. I've stopped it since. You will leave from this house. I've already made myself a place if I thought you want to drive me. Is that how you're rude? Yes, to get to where I want to get to. You don't consider obstacles. How can you keep friendship with Lot and lost that of God? You didn't get what I said. How can you maintain friendship with Lot, Abraham, and lost that with God? No, separate with Lot. There's some things you say boldly, and your mother is mad for her to be happy in future. The devil allows you to be busy so that you'll not be able to hear the voice of God. Somebody thought that the devil will make you to be poor. No, he is the God of this world. Jesus took it from him spiritually, not physically. Physically, Jesus died. Get this. Physically, the devil won. Spiritually, Jesus won. So it's 1-1. So if you want to be identified with Jesus, if you are in the spirit, he has blessed you with all spiritual. He doesn't have it physically. He has blessed you with all spiritual blessings, incredible blessings. You need wisdom on earth to materialize it. But the devil, he blesses people with all physical blessings. He owns the physical world. We're so busy that our job is too demanding. You have built a house 6 room 1 parlor against your salvation, and you are not afraid to say, Lord, forgive me all this while. I've been so busy about my own. Can you even still stop? One of my daughters was made a manager in a bakery. She has sold in that bakery for long. I was taking her to when she was working at the site. I was just laughing. I said, it's better. Moses said, when I came of age, When I came of age, I realized that eating in Pharaoh's house and enjoying all the luxurious gifts is an easier means. It's an easier means to enjoy darkness. He says, when Moses came of age, he preferred to choose rather to suffer with the people of God than to enjoy pleasure of sin. That young girl was working in the bakery, and they wanted to promote her. In fact, they promoted her in such a way that her salary increased, her days increased from Monday now to Sunday. Double salary. A daughter who knows what she's out for, she dropped it. The other girls in the company don't understand. People are looking for this. There are more than 1,000 people who need the job. She said, I'm number 1,001 who doesn't need it. She dropped it and got something lesser. She has the time now to run herself and to do other stuff. And she may do it for a long time, nothing will change. That's how God wants to know whether truly you're doing it because you love me. At least you have been blessed this night. Celebrate God.
To get a copy of this message, dial +237 652 848 668. You can also email us at infos@ltminternational.org.